We're going to go back to Chris here for one. What kind of visual feedback, a progress bar, or spinning cursor, could a user get while data is being processed by the model?
Yeah. There's two constructs that make that very easy. One is called monitor, and the other is called progress indicator, and you can use them together. Suppose I'm doing a calculation that takes a long time to do, so I'll make an artificial one here. I'm going to make a table of I as I goes from, say, 0 to 10. Okay, and I'll make it slow by putting in a pause here. So I'm going to pause for, I don't know, a tenth of a second every time it computes an I, so it's going to take a second to compute. Okay, if I want to see what's going on while it's happening, I can just wrap this in monitor table and show me I while it's computing. And now when I evaluate this, it'll show me I counting up, and then when it's done, it shows me the result. Monitor is sneaky. It actually goes inside this table and picks out this localized I variable and lets you display it on the outside. Now, if I'd like a progress bar instead, I can wrap this I with progress indicator. And I want 0 to be uncompleted and 10 to be completed. And now when I evaluate this, I get the progress bar showing how long it's going to take to finish up. So progress indicator is actually useful in other contexts as well. Suppose I have, say, a dynamic module. I'm going to localize I here. I equals 0. And make a column, say. And I'm going to put the column of two elements. The first one is going to be the progress indicator, and the second one is going to be a slider. And I'm going to make that respond to I, or control I, and I'm going to make this progress indicator also dynamic. Okay, so now I have a progress indicator. Oops, I've got the scaling wrong. Let's make that go from 0 to 1. So now I've got the progress indicator tracking my slider. I'll use this opportunity to show you another technique which is useful. You can use dynamics to trigger themselves. So suppose I have dynamic of if I is less than 1, increment I by 0.01, otherwise give me 1, okay? So now this one runs itself. What happens here is this dynamic is going to wake up anytime I changes, but every time it wakes up, it changes I. So it just keeps triggering itself, and this dynamic runs itself without requiring any controls. Hands-free dynamics.
Very neat.
Okay.
Very neat. Thank you, Chris.